What's happening, everyone? John Hendrix here of Book Room Media coming at you with another episode of The Drive presented by Royal Honda. Well, it's Monday. We are dwindling in the amount of straight training camp practices that we have left. Obviously, on Monday, we got to look at the team. We'll get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's kind of walkthrough, and then you got the preseason game on Friday, and then there'll be one more after that. And then it's going to be shifting to the final cuts. It'll be shifting to kind of preparations against Atlanta in week one. So what did Monday's practice bring a little bit? Well, first and foremost, what I would say is the defense looked amazing today. And it wasn't just, one or two series. I mean, they were strong most all day, right? Practices seemed a little lethargic after, you got Superdome and stuff. But look, the defense, they didn't take any days off, right? I mean, they looked strong in the red zone. They looked strong in the 2-minute. It wasn't just one particular player that was doing well. Malcolm Roach is somebody that stood out really a lot here. Got pressures, got sacks, blowing up run stuffs, or blowing up run stuffs and such. And so, I think that's the big takeaway. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I think, had the play of the day. He was working against Jarvis Landry. Jameis Winston had a pass off play action, stepped up in the pocket, and here comes C.J. Gardner-Johnson, just one-hands it and then pulls it in for the interception, which really got everybody hyped up a good bit. And so, look, sometimes these things happen. You guys know as well as I do, if you follow Saints training camp, that, sometimes you see this play out, right? Especially early on in camp, that the offense kind of struggles trying to find a groove. Defense bounces, or it has a strong showing. Offense bounces back, but this was a day where the defense definitely shined for the Saints, and it's obviously good news because, look, we've seen a lot of it this training camp, and that's encouraging because you're still missing guys like Marshawn Lattimore right now who hadn't been at practice for the past – or who wasn't at practice today. Pete Werner, he's working off to the side today. That's good news. Good to see him. Alontae Taylor – he was another one working off to the side. Marcus Davenport is starting to get more of a ramp-up period. He's not ready yet, but he's getting there, so that's encouraging as well. Obviously, the other big one is Michael Thomas. Hamstring update. He'll be out on the field when he's ready. That's kind of the update that we got from Dennis Allen on that. But, again, I don't think there's too much cause for concern, but there were 12 players missing from practice today, among them Cesar Ruiz. Adam Troutman was another one. Kevin White was out of the picture. Taco Charlton. A whole host of players that some you kind of expected, some you didn't really expect, and some we might start getting a little bit concerned about as the week progresses. But, look, big takeaways. Jameis Winston had a little bit of a struggle day. Dennis Allen said, came off a little bit rusty today, but he's here, and that's encouraging, and that's good. 1 of 6 today in team drills. Jarvis Landry had a couple of drops today, so wasn't a great day by any means offensively. One of the things I'd say is the Kirk Merrick experience. We talked a little bit about it yesterday because he was playing at running back. And so this is something that they're going to try out through this week. He was just informed this weekend that that's what the plan was going to be. You see a lot of running back flips, something like Drew Brees used to do where he flipped it out to the running back. That's some of the runs that we saw. Did have one good one taking a handoff. He said hasn't taken one since 2015. Getting off the right side for getting into the second level for a good gain. So, those things are going to be some that you pay attention to this week, right? And, I think when you go through the final roster, you've got probably maybe 10, 12 spots that you might have some question marks, maybe some interchangeable players and such. And so, obviously, this is a big week for a lot of players. And, again, you look at the health of the team. Not ideal yet. Still don't know the full extent of James Hurst and his foot injury. We know it's not completely serious, but again, he's not here, so you're already down him. No Landon Young. That puts Trevor Penning more of a spotlight too. So those types of things you just have to pay attention to. And of course, first game's not until September 11th against Atlanta, so you do have some time here. But again, if you start getting further into things and you don't see these players, then there might be cause for concern. But Dennis Allen even talked a little bit that his team was going through, some of the bumps and bruises and some of the maintenance types of things that you would normally see. And so, again, no real cause for concern, I'd say, yet. Saints have been, knock on wood, very fortunate with some of these things right now. But obviously things we'll just have to pay attention to as we keep going. As always, keep tuned to Boot Crew Media for all the latest and greatest from Saints camp. We'll be here Tuesday and Wednesday. We've got them on Friday. And there's one more practice on Sunday afterwards, and final cuts. Then it's on to Atlanta. They'll be here before we know it. Again, thanks to Royal Honda for producing today's show. I'm John Hendrix. Have a good one.